believe you're in here with me. But go ahead, ask me what you want.
How much of these characters represent the real you?
I think all of it is me. Some aspect of who I am and who I strive to be. I think that's all part of it. You know, it's one of those things where you just think, how many things do you want to talk about in terms of what people will understand and will they relate to it? And you discover that, you know, you are like so many other people in the world, and suddenly, you know, the characters are representative of everyone.
Which characters are coming back?
Well, Fontaine is definitely back because Fontaine really is the sort of periscope for what's going on in the world as far as I'm concerned. Sit down! Is that you? What the fuck you doing in a hole in the ground? Chilling. And the physically disabled lady is back because, in a funny way, she is probably very close to who I am.
I'm getting married in 2 weeks to a wonderful man. I met him at work. I work at an old folks' home, and they tend to put people like me to work in the old folks' home so that the old folks don't feel so bad about dying.
Lurleen is one of the new characters.
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit about what inspired her and what her backstory is.
The size of my behind inspired Lurleen.
Suddenly you pass a mirror and you think somebody's following you. And you back up and find out what it is. You find out you're being followed by your own ass.
Whoopi, how much of the show is scripted and how much is improvised?
Well, you know, it's a little of both. You always want to have a bit of a script so that, you know, if you start to get lost or something, you know exactly what you need to get back to. So you give yourself 3 or 4 beats.
And then I saw us do something.
I would never come to see you late, ever. I adore you. I'm absolutely devastated.
I see that. That's fucked up.
You have no idea how upset we were when we found that out and you had started already.
Well, I tell you, baby, usually I would offer you tickets to another show, but this is it. This is it. Listen, a lot of shit happened. I was talking about Bush, I was talking about everybody. I'm on Condoleezza right now. Okay.
Talk to me a little bit about your style of humor.
I wish I could, you know, I wish I could tell you that there was a style of humor. It is just what you see. Some of it is very moving and some of it is very funny, like life.
Now, I realize that some of you are going to be uncomfortable looking at someone like me because I'm so vastly different from you. And you might find yourself wanting to chuckle or laugh. Do so. It's fine. It's very normal. It happens all the time. We always are most uncomfortable with that is very different from us. I tell you this really in preparation for the fact that periodically I might look at one of you all and start to chuckle too.
You know, I think that is probably the best thing one could say about the work that I do. You have a match?
No, I don't have a match.
No lighter? Anybody got a lighter?
On the both those are pretty.
Thanks.
Tell me how Broadway is different for you this time around.
I'm older and it's harder to do. And people kind of think that they know a lot more about me than they do. So, you know, the anticipation that people have when they come is vastly different than it was originally because nobody knew what I did. And now everybody kind of says, oh, this is what you are and this is what you are. So you suddenly find yourself going, wow, this is going to be a little harder than it was originally because then it was a blank slate. So it's a little bit harder because they've become used to you in many respects.
Do you have a favorite character out of all the characters that you play?
Well, no, they're all, you know, they're all my kids. They're all my children. They're all the things that I like talking about and like saying, and so I like relating to them.
Get the fuck out of here!
You don't notice anything?